So I was about leaving home this morning and I discovered something that I learned recently along the weekend. So recently we have been doing a lot of farm work. Yes, a lot of farm work. So I believe it was last week Saturday when we were in the farm. We had a huge plot to complete tilling. And then once I get up and look at how big it is, I tend to get discouraged and then I tend to lose energy and lose focus. So after pondering about this thing, I discovered something that relates it to a certain principle I read and I learned from the book Eat That Frog. Yes, I discovered that anytime I cut the plot short, like divide it into pieces in my mind, like I call them names like Oron, Sadibo, divide it into that plot. Anytime I get to finish one plot, like I am focused in completing that plot at that particular time. That's my focus. I put all my energy, my strength, and speed in completing that plot. I discovered that I found more strength because I had designated where I would stop. So I found more strength in concentrating on that particular plot at that particular time. And once it's completed, I tend to get new energy to go into the next and to the next until it was done. Yes, so after this incident, I saw that this is the same problem we face when we have a big project ahead of us. We tend to look at it how big it is, but the secret to achieving more, the secret to getting more job done, the secret to getting this done with the same energy you ideate that plan is to divide it into tiny pieces. Yes, before you eat your large frog, before you eat that ugly frog, that task that you are so dreading to do, to go ahead and try to accomplish, it is advised and I advise that you divide it into series of steps that you need to implement, that you need to go through series of processes, and then you fix deadline for each of those processes. So let's say you have a huge event to host, and one of the processes that you have to get your graphic designer working. You also have to get send letters to your proposed speakers. You also have to prepare your team for these things. So you have to make it a step-by-step plan. Like first, this is the speaker I'm reaching out to. You use that there and you reach out to all the speakers. Use the SCOM there and validate if the speakers have accepted, and use the third day to send official letters to the speaker so that you are sure that they are with you on this. And then after that, you move a step closer by asking them to send their pictures and profiling, so you have them, and then you send to your graphic designer. We know, if you have hosted event before, you know how graphic designer do. We know how they do. Yes, so you have to send it in time and then you keep reminding it. So you have to, there's a series of processes, but the event is a huge one. Yes, speaking about events, the Edifice Collective will be hosting an academic summit on the second week of April. That's, we're hosting it. It will be a 2 days summit, like a webinar. It will be on Friday and Saturday. That's 12th and 18th of April. And I'm using this opportunity to invite you to it because this is the same process I took. Series of steps to accomplish it. Series of steps. We are still in one of the steps that you get to see you divide the series of steps as I divide into series of steps, different processes. Even when I had a lot to do, I'm currently working on different projects, but I once I divided into series of processes, fixed date for it, I was able to accomplish each one at that particular time. And each one I have not accomplished, I move it to the next day, and then I make sure I completed it on that day. I believe this is a secret we need in our business. This is a secret we need in achieving our dream. Divide into series of steps, make a timeline for it. Divide into series of process. Take in consideration the things that you do that you amount to 80% of the success of the event. That's the Pareto principle. And then you do it step by step with following a sequence and series of steps. And trust me, you will in no time accomplish that particular task. So this is Victor Emmanuel sharing my thoughts of the morning with you. Yes, please do have a good day. Gracias. And yes, you are distinguished.